Okay, hi guys and welcome to the show, and today we're reviewing the Orient Star Classic automatic dress watch with power reserve and domed crystal. The reference number is EL05004W, and this currently retails at around $650. Long Island Watches are currently selling this for an unbelievable price of $399, and they have very kindly lent me this model to review. A few weeks ago, you would have remembered I asked the audience what watches from Long Island Watches you'd like to see me review. They very kindly, Mark at Long Island Watches has very kindly agreed to lend me any watch you wish to see reviewed. So, and sure enough, a lot of you nominated the Orient Star Classic, which is what you see before you now. If you want to nominate a watch, just please let me know in the comments below. Or email me, and I'll see what I can do, and if I get enough votes or nominations, then I certainly will look into it. Anyway, so I decided to go with the Orient Star Classic first because if you remember the last few weeks, we've been looking at a lot of mid-size watches. It's a trend that is coming back in New York, kind of a resurgence of more traditional sizes and a return to a more kind of classic, sophisticated look. And to my knowledge, there isn't a watch at this price range that really can compete with the Orient Star Classic. So let's just talk about the specification. Let's get the specifications out of the way, and then we'll dive into my impressions and my actual review of the watch. So first of all, obviously you notice that I've put my Colorab distressed Italian, I don't want to say luxury, but it is kind of luxury because it is handmade and it's extremely high quality. This is a Colorab strap, and I'll leave a link in the description to where you can get one of these. These are absolutely fantastic. The Orient came with this alligator grain leather strap. It is very nice, and they've signed it, obviously. Beautiful signed buckle with the Orient Star logo. I might actually switch them around. I'm currently deciding whether to keep this one or not. Nothing wrong with this. This is pretty good, but as you guys see, I wanted to kind of add my own little flair. I wanted to make this a little bit more individual, and also I wanted to show you guys that what a versatile piece this is, and it works with all kinds of straps, combinations and colors, mainly due to its beautiful plain white face. Let's talk about the size of the piece. The diameter of the watch is 38 millimeters. We have a thickness of 13. Lug to lug is, I would say, 44, and then the lug width is 20. Really, for me, this is a kind of sweet spot in sizing. I adore the 38 millimeter sizes, same size as my Speedmaster Reduced, and it's just the perfect size for me. And I think for a dress watch, it is absolutely perfect. I would prefer a 36 for a dress watch, but the Bambino comes in at 40, which I think is a tad too big. So this really is a little bit even more of a sophisticated size than the Bambino. Now, talking of the Bambino, this is actually the third Orient I've reviewed, and this is a completely different level. I didn't really know what I was expecting. I kind of expected the Bambino, I guess, but just with a complication and a slightly fancier movement. But what we have here actually is a completely different level of watch. This is one of their more premium models from the high range Orient, and it is extremely impressive. Had this been a Swiss piece, this would be running into the thousands of dollars. I mean, it's an in-house movement. And talking of the movement, we should just mention it now. This is the caliber, the Orient caliber 40N52, and this is a 22 jewel automatic self-winding movement. It's hackable, and you can manually top it up and wind it. At the 12 o'clock, just under 12 o'clock, we have a power reserve indicator. As you can see, I've fully topped it up, and as you wind it, you'll see the little hand moving along the gauge. it's a really nice complication to have. I've never had a power reserve, so for me it's a real treat, and I must say it's more useful than I had imagined. So let's talk about the dial. So as you can see, we have a 40-hour power reserve, and at the moment it's topped up to the maximum. Here we have a very simple framed little date window, the Orient Star logo towards the bottom half, and I'm not sure if you can see that, but it is a very nicely applied logo in silver, signed Japanese made with the reference number. And then we have these beautiful kind of triangular, let's just see if it can focus, triangular kind of sword hour markers that are three-dimensional. They're slightly raised, and the way they've done them really plays with the light and just captures the light, but in a subtle way, which is really, it's just beautifully done. The hands are sword hands, and again kind of more elongated triangles here, kind of mirroring the style of the hour markers. Very plain, simple second hand. So we have three hands here, very plain second hand, and everything on this has just been so tastefully done. It's just, nothing is out of place. It's got a really nice symmetrical look. Obviously the only thing that breaks the symmetry is the date window, but it's a beautiful design. It's beautifully proportioned out. Nothing is out of place. It's a very classic look. It kind of references you know, that Mad Men era 60s 70s retro look, and with this domed crystal, it really kind of adds to that retrified appeal. Unfortunately it is mineral crystal, but I mean, you can't have everything, and this is a dress watch, so we've only got 50 meters water resistance, so obviously no swimming or nothing like that, but this is a dress watch, and this is what you'd expect from a dress watch. We have a lovely display back on so we can see the balance wheel in action there. Skeletonized rotor with Orient Star in gold, and they've partly decorated it. It's very nicely done. Again, it's an in-house movement, and like I've said, I mean, had this been Swiss, this would run into thousands. This retails for $650. Long Island Watches are currently selling these for $399, which I must admit is the most, you know, it's an amazing deal. I wasn't intending to keep this at all. I'm not a big dress watch guy, but I've got to say, at this price, I think I'm gonna have to buy it. I'm just gonna have to transfer the funds and say, look Mark, I'm keeping it, because I've never seen such high quality for such competitive price. I must admit, I was expecting just a fancier Bambino, basically, but this is a whole different level. The craftsmanship, the quality, the build, this is comparable to Swiss luxury. It really is, and I'm not hyping. I'm not hyping this up. I'm telling you how it is. This is an extremely well made watch. We have little holes for the spring bar, which is fantastic. It just makes swapping the strap out very, very easy, which is something, you know, I think if I'm gonna keep this, I'm gonna have so much fun with straps. I'm gonna order a whole bunch of straps, and you know, with this white face, it basically goes with everything. Kind of personalize it and add your own touch. So as I mentioned, we have the domed mineral and mineral glass on the back, which you know, I would have preferred sapphire, but again, you know, $399, you can't have everything. You're already getting something that should really be priced at several thousand, and it really is underpriced. I just can't believe it. I cannot believe it. And I don't understand why more people are not going crazy about this watch. It really is the most bang per buck watch I have ever seen. In-house, beautifully made, the craftsmanship that is second to none. It is absolutely perfect. I mean, everything lines up, everything is beautifully done. It's comparable easily to high-end Swiss stuff. It is just pure class, and I mean, I really mean that. Signed crown, beautifully done. Just a little Orient Star logo again. Screw down case back. So I'm in a bit of a predicament now, because I wasn't intending to buy this piece, but I just think I don't think I can send it back. It's terrible, because I've really got to rein in my spending and my watch collecting, because it's out of control. No, but you know, this is my hobby. I absolutely love these pieces. They bring so much happiness and joy to me, and I think actually not to buy this would be a mistake. Even if it just sits in a box and I just wear it occasionally, it's still worth it to me. It's just such an amazing deal. For $400, you're adding something that is completely in-house, made by the highest standards. It's so tasteful, it's so refined. How can I not buy this? How can I not? I can't justify not buying it, you know. Anyway, let's do a quick wrist shot. So as you can see on my tiny, skinny little wrist, it just sits absolutely perfectly. The way it plays with the light, it's just pure class. I mean, my God, I mean, why would you spend thousands of dollars on something on a dress watch when you can have this for a few hundred, and it's better than most of the watches out there? I mean, this is the kind of thing that I gets me a little bit down about the watch industry, is that, you know, you go into Macy's, you can spend, you know, $500, $1,000 on some fashion brand that just has no real horology to it, that is just branding, it's just some mass-produced rubbish, where you can buy this for $400 online, one of the best online watch retailers I have ever experienced. I mean, Long Island Watches are second to none. Their customer service, Mark at Long Island Watches, is one of the most pleasant, professional people to deal with. You know, they will look after you. Why would you go to Macy's and spend all that money on just rubbish, when for less you can buy this? That is something that really has horological pedigree and class and style, is so refined. I mean, just why would you waste your money? I mean, you know, my wife loves this. Everybody I've shown this to just adores it. It's a very versatile piece. If my father had bought this and handed it down to me, I inherited this piece, for example, I would be over the moon. I mean, it is of that quality. It's a piece that you can hand down the generations, and it will always look good, because it's just such a classic design. I mean, look at it. Of course, not everybody is going to be into it, but I doubt you'll find a watch in Macy's or in your local department store that can compete with this at the price. You just can't. How can you compete with this? Actually, it puts a lot of other watch companies to shame. I mean, I challenge anybody to find a better watch, a better dress watch for that money. This is the best bang per buck watch I have ever seen. And it's just so ironic that I really didn't think that much of it. I just, you know, I basically asked you guys what you want to see reviewed from Long Island Watches. You guys nominated this and the Seiko Sumo, and considering that we were looking at mid-size watches and the kind of trends, the kind of Mad Men trend that seems to be happening in New York, I went for this one first. I didn't think that much of it, and then boom, I opened the box, and straight out the box you could tell it's just, this is something out of the ordinary. This is something very, very special. You know, even the watch snobs will have a hard time saying anything negative about this, because you just can't. It is absolute pure class, and I mean that in every single way. There's very little I can find wrong with this watch. I mean, sure, it's mineral crystal, but you know, you'll find a lot of the vintage pieces from the 60s and 70s will have mineral crystal anyway. So I absolutely adore this, and I'm stuck in this predicament now of I'm not really sure what to do, because I don't want to send it back. It's terrible. I'm gonna end up buying another watch purely that I didn't expect to buy at all, that I, you know, was sent to me to review for the channel, and I'm just gonna end up buying it because it's just too good of a deal. It's just too beautiful. I think I'd get reviewer's remorse if I sent it back. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. It is absolutely stunning. I don't have any in-house movement in the collection, so I think that is an excuse to keep it, don't you think? What do you guys think I should do? It's a mistake. I mean, $400, it's nothing for this. It really is. I mean, if it was $4 grand, I would be like, you know, it's very nice, but I think I've got to send it back. $400, nah, I'm keeping it. Even if I'm keeping it, you know. Anyway, guys, I'll put the link below to Long Island Watches. Check it out. You know, I urge you to get one. They are absolutely fantastic. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please let me know what you think. If you have any questions, email me. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts, and I'll definitely catch you next time. Okay, guys. Ciao.